Hey guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or message for you. So what I like to do is hold each deck up to the camera so that you can see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. All right, could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here? Or is it here in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Starting with deck number 1. We have the Two of Swords, Judgment, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands. Overall energy, we have the Sun, the Chariot, the Ace of Cups. All right. So I feel like something is being blocked or eclipsed here. I don't know if you are sabotaging something. So there could be like a form of self-sabotage going on. Or maybe there is someone around you sending negative vibes, or just who you feel is trying to block you. Now, I feel that you also may be torn because you're not listening or trusting your own intuition. I feel like here you were feeling optimistic because you knew exactly what you wanted to do, or there's something that you're passionate about and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go towards my passion. And it looks like you were motivated, and it's like you start up the engine and then some sort of light comes on. So I feel like something is being blocked, and that might be something literal that, you know, happens with your car or something. But yeah, I just kind of feel like you were clear about something that you wanted to do, and then all of a sudden you're not so clear. Maybe you were just kind of on your way pursuing your goals or your passions. You had clarity, and then all of a sudden you just started doubting yourself, or you came to a crossroad, and then you're like, oh, now I'm torn, or I can't decide. So I feel like something is blocking you from making some sort of decision, or you don't want to make some sort of decision just yet. I also feel like something's going on where you are kind of like, just let me answer later, or come back to me at another time. So let's say you're supposed to be doing something in order, you're in class, the teacher gets to you and they're like, what's your answer? And it's like, can you circle back around? I don't know yet. And so, like, I feel like you're wanting to wait for something. Maybe you don't have enough information, or that you don't have the information that you thought you had. And so now you're not ready. You're not ready to do what you said you were going to do. Maybe you're torn between two people. Maybe you're torn about where you want to live, if you should stay or if you should go. Either way, it just looks like you are now indecisive and unsure. You also may be in denial about something. Is I feel like you're not maybe wanting to deal with something that keeps haunting you. It's like your past keeps haunting you, or something keeps coming up and it's like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and you're like, no, like you're in denial of something that you need to do. Now I feel that there's going to be some sort of separation. Something's happening where maybe, depending on your situation, maybe you're needing to take a break from your job, or maybe there's some sort of separation going on with you and a love interest. If you're dealing with any type of legalities, maybe there's some sort of separation from children. So it looks like there's going to be some sort of a separation or a break. I feel like maybe you're also in denial. I'm getting strong denial about something, or being so close to the situation that it's hard for you to see it. It's hard for you to see something for what it is because you're just too close to it. You may need to take a step back and take some sort of assessment before making a decision. So put it this way, any type of decision that you're needing to make right now, don't make it, because I feel like you don't have the truth yet. You don't have enough information to make an informed decision. Something also is right in front of your face, but you can't see it and you're too close. Or you're refusing to see it. I feel like something is blocked. I'm also feeling like maybe someone is very guarded with their emotions. But because if you are being very closed off with your emotions, I feel like in turn, like you view it as like, I'm just protecting myself, but you end up hurting other people involved, whatever that situation is. Or it could be the other way around. Maybe someone is hiding their emotions from you only because they feel like they are trying to protect themselves. They're like, I'm just protecting myself. I'm looking out for myself. But at the same time, it's hurting you. So I feel like someone's need to protect their feelings hurts someone else, or hurts the people that are involved. It also looks like someone feels like they're protecting people by hiding the truth, but that only is hurting the situation. So if you are in that situation where you feel like you need to hide the truth, I feel like it's doing more damage than good. There may be something going on with a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I don't know if you feel like you're protecting a water sign, or if a water sign feels like they're protecting you. By the end of the week, I feel like you're going to have more clarity, and you're going to be motivated to do something that needs to be done. I feel like you're going to be ready to make some sort of decision, or you're going to be ready to start some sort of new journey that you're on. Any type of blockages, it's like a resting period for you, like you need to observe. It makes me feel like someone who literally is stopping for directions. It's like I need to pull over because I didn't understand what the person told me verbally. Let me just pull over and get my thoughts together and look at this map and make sure I understand something. So I feel like you need some sort of a break so that you can have clarity again. Looks like you also maybe just didn't know what you wanted. But I see you choosing some sort of path. Yeah. So whatever decision you were unable to make, you'll make it. Now, I also feel that in a love situation, someone is watching you, but they're hiding that. They don't want you to know that they're watching. Possibly because they aren't ready to make some sort of decision. Maybe they don't want to get your hopes up. Maybe they don't want to disappoint themselves. I do feel like a secret is being kept, or someone is being kept in the dark about something. I don't know what this is. This also maybe is something dealing on a global scale too, where the truth is being hidden. And then, like, I just saw some clouds move over the sun. So if you want to look at it that way, it is possible that things are in the sky that are being kept a secret. Maybe, you know, media feels like the public isn't ready to see what's out there. But at some point, there's got to be some sort of disclosure. Now, I also see, again, going back to someone's confidence, because I feel like here, maybe this is something current, maybe this is past, but it looks like there was confidence. I feel like there was a renewal. Someone felt alive again and just felt like they could do anything. There was this feeling of relief to get something out into the open or off of their chest. And then something happens where it's like, either, I don't know if you're doubting yourself or somebody said something, or maybe you know, like I said, it's someone just trying to block you from doing or saying something that you were ready to share. So your confidence or lack of confidence could be blocking you from moving forward. I also feel like something's going on with one of your followers, especially if you're very popular. Someone may be trying to block your popularity. Someone may be trying to block your growth, or doesn't want you to have some sort of attention. I feel like someone's trying to shadow you. Or, like, let's say you came out with some sort of amazing news with, you know, siblings or family or something. And the minute you shared your news, another sibling like jumped in front of you and just like, well, if you think that's amazing, look at what I did, you know, whatever. And then it's just like they just eclipsed your shine, you know. So something's going on where I do feel like something's being covered up. Now, also back to something in regards to one of your followers. In a love situation, it's possible that one of your followers has feelings for you, but they're trying to hide it. Or someone doesn't want you to know that they're following you for whatever reason. They don't want to be known. They don't want you, or they might be blocking you from seeing certain things. Or maybe you are blocking your followers from seeing certain things. I feel like somebody's also trying to avoid a situation. I did kind of hear somebody say, I don't want you reading me. And I don't know what. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this because I just feel like this is like a personal example, and I need to use this as an example for a reason. So some people on my Instagram I don't follow, even though I'm cool with them, or cool, just cool with people who are my followers. I don't follow them back because I know they hire me for readings, and I don't like to know people's business. I don't want to see what they're posting about because I don't want their posts to influence the reading or what I already know. So I don't know why I'm being drawn to use that type of example. So hopefully it makes sense to you. Like it's like somebody is like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know, or I don't want to be influenced by something that I saw. I want to be able to pick something up for myself, So that might also resonate for those of you that are readers yourselves. But I kind of feel like someone wants to prove something to themselves. They're like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me the answers. Don't let me figure it out for myself type energy. I feel like someone also just doesn't want to be misled, or someone doesn't want to go down the rabbit hole with something. It's like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to believe that. That's too painful to believe. Something may be right in your face, but it's just too painful to believe or accept. I'm getting something too about a dream that you might be concerned about. A dream may manifest in a different way than you actually dreamed it. I feel like judgment, like something's going on with someone's depression. Someone might be covering up the fact that they're depressed or sad, or covering up the fact that they're coming out of a breakup, or feel lost in some way. Someone does not want to announce some sort of bad news. They're like, I don't want to announce this. Yeah. I feel like someone is hiding something. They're covering it up. I feel like they don't want people to talk about it, or they aren't ready to talk about something that they experienced. Someone also may have had a near-death experience, and I don't know what's going on with this. It's something about a near-death experience and talking about it or revealing it, or explaining why they know the things that they know. I do feel like maybe someone is afraid of being judged or ridiculed for the information that they have or know. Someone also may be trying to shame you. I do feel like somebody may experience some sort of shaming, either body shaming, shame about their lifestyle. I'm just seeing some sort of shame. Matter of fact, it does almost look like somebody is like, I want you to cover up. Someone also may experience some sort of hatred or racism. Someone is being prejudiced. Someone could have said something prejudiced and it's being covered, or said something racist but it's being covered up. You also may be blocking someone in a romantic situation. You might be blocking someone who you have these intense feelings for, who you feel is like your soulmate, but you feel like maybe it's karmic for whatever reason, or you feel like it's toxic, or that it would be. And so you are blocking their energy or refusing to acknowledge your feelings for them. Now, I also do get something about, like I was talking about, this shaming. I feel like someone is intentionally doing that to try to get into your head. Someone wants to get back at you or wants to spite you. Unfortunately, I almost feel like somebody follows you anonymously that you know or that you're cool with, but they shame you from a different account. Someone expresses their grief or pain in hurtful ways, too. You could be dealing with water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I was also getting some fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone's ex also could be shaming you, or your ex could be shaming you. I also feel like, yeah, one of those situations where someone is still attached to you energetically and doesn't want you to move on, or something that they're doing. Every time you feel like you want to let go or move on, I feel like something happens and you kind of feel like, well, maybe I shouldn't leave. Or maybe I shouldn't let go. So it does look like these blockages here are going to be removed, and I feel like you will be able to move forward with some sort of plans that you had set out for up here. Maybe you were going to travel or relocate, or maybe you were trying to get some money or like whatever it was. I just feel like whatever had stopped you initially, like that's going to pass. Now, astrologically, it also could have just been a bad transit in the sky, preventing you from moving forward. And truthfully, it could have been protecting you too. Something could have been protecting you where you look at it as a bad thing, but it was for your best interests. And then, like I was talking about earlier, somebody feels like they're protecting you by hiding the truth. I feel like there's going to realize that maybe that's not the best way to go about things. So they're going to go ahead and share something with you, whatever it was that they were hiding. I feel too like if you're torn in regards to where to go, one direction is a dead end, and another direction is where you should go. Now, this is weird if you're, but I am getting like if you're thinking about relocating or traveling, I'm feeling like maybe you should head west from where you are, where you currently are. Yeah. All right, so those are the messages for deck number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. You have the Knight of Swords, the Fool, Two of Swords, Six of Swords, ooh, Ten of Swords. Overall energy, dang, Death, High Priestess, Temperance. All right, so with Death as the overall energy, I feel like you guys are going through some sort of transformation, some sort of ending. Maybe you are recovering or healing from something of the past. Could be a breakup. Maybe you've just separated from your job. Maybe, something happened, but either way, it's like you are needing to start over. Something may be a dead end, no future. I feel like there's no future. I feel like even if you keep trying to get readings about something just seems like there's no future there. It's a dead end. Don't move forward. Visions also could be blocked. Like you can't see into the future about certain situations. Now, for me, I feel like the reason why you're unable to see certain situations into the future is because either it's not time for you to, see, or some sort of action needs to be taken before you can see an outcome. Without a change in a situation or without taking some sort of action, if something is on you, something's going to continue to be a dead end or nothing's happening. Spiritually, some of you look like psychic mediums and channelers, and I feel like you're able to connect with the dead and deliver messages from the dead. There may be visions, like visions of death or destruction, visions about the world ending. Like there's different things that I feel like you're picking up as a channeler or a psychic or something that kind of show nothingness and or rebirth. You definitely could be visited by angels or people who have crossed over. I feel like you guys are going to have a very intuitive week, very psychic week. This is a week where you need to just kind of trust your intuition, trust your guides, and allow things to play out. Six of Swords, though, she's headed right towards an ending. So I do feel like you're being led to let something go, led to move on. Now, too, I don't know who you're dealing with in relationships, but it could be a Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Some of you, okay, so I'm hearing like refugee. I don't know if something is literally happening with refugees or if you feel like one, because, you know, I'm just looking at how this person has their suitcase and they're having to travel because they don't have anything. So I kind of feel like maybe someone is being forced or they have no choice but to leave. Maybe something's going on with, like there's an eviction or someone lost their home. Someone's living situation is just under construction. And so it's like having to let go and just leave. Definitely a lot of transformations going on. Feel like you guys also may be seeing some sort of signs, and it could be spooking you because maybe you're like, oh my God, does that mean that somebody's gonna die? Whatever you're witnessing doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be like a physical death, but there is some sort of transformation happening. You might literally be seeing, you know, black crows or something, or black ravens, and you're like, oh, does this indicate death? You know, like, what does this mean? Or maybe you're having like so many dreams about dead people and you're like, what does that mean? Like, I just feel like you're being spooked out. I feel like it's more so like a warning, like be prepared for a transformation. Something's getting ready to change. You also could be in denial and not wanting change, or you just feel like you're not ready. You are getting ready to start a new journey, and it's like you don't know where you're headed, you know. You're like, wherever I land, I fall type energy. Feel like you're free falling. Something is like a free fall. Like you don't know what to expect. Something maybe isn't etched in stone. Maybe you need to detach. If you've been holding on to some sort of ideas or beliefs or something, it's like maybe you need to just let it go and start over. Maybe your past situation no longer works for you. I feel like you're being asked to let go or to trust. I'm getting Mean Girl references again, where when they were in a gym room and, you know, it's like let the people trust you or whatever it was. They were doing some exercise. And so they were supposed to, you know, free fall, turn around backwards and just trust that people would catch them. But before they did that, they had to say their truth. And one girl says something that was like super hurtful to everybody. So like everybody backed away and nobody supported her and they fell flat on their back. But I kind of feel like maybe that's what's happening. It's just like, I don't know if people are going to like me if I say this or if I tell the truth. Will anyone catch me? Catch me, I'm falling. 80s reference. Now, maybe someone is afraid to fall in love. Someone is just like, I don't want to fall in love because I don't know who I am when I'm in love. I lose myself when I'm in love. Falling in love means giving up this and making sacrifices and saying goodbye to my quiet life or, you know, whatever. You know, so maybe someone doesn't want that, or they're they know that that's what requires sharing your life with someone, is to let something go, let a part of you go. Now, something in regards to career, especially dealing with websites. I feel like there's some changes coming to a website. Either you could be changing the name of your business, or the website that you have is under construction, or the company you work for is undergoing changes, but they haven't talked about it publicly. Someone may view you as being naive or pursuing a dream, or kind of like an airhead, or it's just like, oh, they're so foolish. You know, they aren't thinking. What are they thinking? Because I'm getting so much air, I do feel like maybe you're being viewed as an airhead or foolish or too, what do you call it? Unstable. Like this person just does whatever they want. They have no structure. They just float and go from place to place. Maybe someone is kind of like a modern hippie, or not hippie, a gypsy. Or someone is like extremely free-spirited. Maybe someone feels like giving up everything for nothing, letting everything go and starting completely from scratch. And people are like, are you crazy? Are you serious? Somebody also may be running away from their scars or doing something because they felt like they were scarred from it. Maybe there was some sort of backstabbing. Maybe people let you down. Maybe you feel like you're hitting rock bottom. But it does look like a healing process will begin shortly after, or maybe this is what you're already going through. Like you've already hit rock bottom. So now you're just in this process or this phase where you're healing now. And nothing's really happening. And you're just allowing life to happen. Matter of fact, your state of mind, maybe you're going through something where you feel like you're just living to die, like you don't really feel like you have a purpose right now. You're just like, I'm just here living, or like I'm just waiting to go. Like I don't know where I'm headed. I don't know where life is headed. She's not even paying attention to, you know, where these birds are taking her. She's just allowing things to play out, and she doesn't really look happy about it. So you might be going through something too, because there's a lot of empty faces on here. Things that just represent emptiness or feeling numb. You also could be hearing, having a lot of dreams. I feel like I'm hearing the name Danica. You may decide to unfollow someone or cut ties with certain people, or maybe someone is unfollowing you. You might feel like somebody killed your spirit. You also may be breaking free from addictions or unhealthy behaviors. You might be changing your entire lifestyle as far as like diet. I feel like something's happening at the end of the month. There are some sort of changes. You may be taking a break from social media. You may be cutting ties with people who haven't been supportive of you. Spiritually, I see astral traveling. Like your soul is traveling to a lot of different places. You may need to confront your past if you're running from it. If you know that you're running from your past, you might have to stop and just face it. I don't know what that means for you, but it just seems like you need to face it. You definitely seem like you don't believe in something anymore. I feel like somebody's also been sending indirect messages, saying something indirectly. And I feel like that's coming to an end, like all these indirect messages. Maybe because something isn't working. Something also could be going on with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe Aries. I feel like someone is going to make something official. Like there's an official announcement of maybe something being changed or canceled, or like a breakup, like it's being made official. Like maybe things have been quiet, you didn't want to say anything, you didn't know if you were broken up for sure, and because maybe everyone knew you to be in this relationship, and then all of a sudden you're not posting things anymore, and then finally after you know for sure, you kind of make it for everybody to see, like your status changes to single. All the pictures of you and this person together are gone. You know, so something's going on where I feel like something's being made official. Like something's officially over or canceled or changed. You definitely could be seeing 10-10, 11-11. Some of you also may be feeling inspired or feeling like you need to watch The Matrix. Or maybe you feel like you're in a simulation already. Now, I also feel that it does look like indirect messages are being sent because someone doesn't have enough confidence to approach you directly. You might be someone's ideal person. Someone might view you as a trophy piece. But I kind of feel like, I don't know, they're just not saying it directly. There's a lot of thought processing going on. A lot of these things may also just be thoughts, like you're thinking about leaving, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. But hasn't fully manifested yet. Somebody also always thinks they're dying. It's kind of like a form of anxiety. I just feel like somebody is like, I'm dying. I just got the image of Ferris Bueller's Day. His friend Cameron was in the bed and all he just could think about was dying. He's like, I'm dying. I'm dying. You know, and Ferris Bueller kept calling him like, you're not dying. Like he knew his friend. He's like, you know, you need to get out the house. You need to do this, that, and the other. So someone may be trying to pull you out of your funk, trying to help you. There's also been an earth sign thinking about you a lot, but they haven't said anything. They're just not ready to. It makes them very uncomfortable, and they're not ready to get out of their comfort zone yet. If you're wondering, again, when something's going to happen about your situation, I feel like your situation isn't going to change until either you take some sort of necessary steps, or the situation itself has already changed drastically rather not for some sort of movement. Like if you were wondering when something's going to happen, I feel like nothing's going to happen until you do something about it, unless the other person does it before you. So whatever these thoughts are, they also need to be spoken or said. Yeah. You also may be releasing things into the universe. Releasing, I was going to say crystals. I don't know, but maybe you do have crystals in your spell work. But I'm feeling like something's being released. Maybe you're burning something, or you did some sort of ritual where the ashes, you know, flew into the wind. Or maybe you took something down to the water, river, lake, ocean, wherever you live, and you tossed it into the water. Some of you, I feel like you're definitely maybe trying to cut ties with someone. Maybe there's still some sort of spiritual connection that you're having, and you're like, I need just to cut these cords. I need to disconnect. So you've been doing rituals that help you disconnect or move forward. For some of you, I feel like it works. For others of you, if it's not time to disconnect, have to wait and see. So yeah. Oh, and then just really quickly, I know sometimes you feel like deleting messages and pictures and things of that sort are going to help. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they really just don't. They just don't. And when they don't, I really feel like it's because it's not time for something to be disconnected yet. It's like you're being forced to experience these emotions. And even if these emotions are sad, or, you know, they feel terrible and you just want to get rid of them, it's like, yes, but you have to experience it. Just like if someone is always drinking because they're running away from their emotions, but it's like you have to put the bottle down. And it's like, but if I put the bottle down, I'm going to feel a rush of all those emotions that I don't want to feel. And it's just like, that's how you heal. Like, you've got to experience it. And everybody's situation is going to be different, but it has to happen. So Hopefully these messages resonated. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. Four of Swords, Five of Swords, King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Strength, overall energy, Eight of Cups, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups. All right. So the overall energy is maybe feeling empty, having to move on or let go of something while you still care about it. So it's still like difficult, you know, having to give something up when you feel like you don't really want to give up, but maybe you feel like you're out of options and you're like, I don't know what else to do. It also looks like you've had options. You've had options for things, but none of these options suffice. And of course, maybe that's more so for a love situation. Like you have people flirting with you, people showing you that they're interested, but you just kind of feel like it's not what I want. Never mind. I'll remain single until something else comes along. I just feel like you have this emptiness. Even if something as mundane as your stomach feeling empty, even though you just ate an hour ago, you're like, I'm still hungry. Like, why does my stomach still feel empty? Not even really a growl, just like this emptiness. I feel like you guys are doing some soul searching and, you know, trying to fulfill some sort of void. Maybe you are also wanting to be left alone until you can sort things out, emotionally especially. You may also need to take some sort of a break or a rest. You may be meditating and definitely praying for answers or praying for clarity. Now, I also feel that if you had to walk away from a situation, that's because you're being groomed or you're being prepared for what's to come. And so I feel like you need to be ready for whatever this is when it happens. Someone around you also could be playing mind games just for the heck of it. I feel like maybe someone is just being petty for no reason. Maybe someone is being petty because they're unhappy themselves. So just like a bully in school, going around bullying people is because they're really not happy with something within themselves. Most of the times, that is why people just like bully or talk about people. Look at their face, look at their hair, look at their nose, look at their car, look at, you know, so if you feel like you're being bullied by someone, I feel like that's because they aren't really happy within themselves. If the roles were reversed, you know, same message. Maybe there's something with yourself that needs to be put in check. Now, I also feel like maybe somebody is making you wait just because they can. It's like no good reason. Or just like when a parent is like, because I said so. But even so, it's like, this is like where someone is just doing this intentionally. Let's say it's a work-related situation and you ask for a specific day off and it doesn't take but 2 seconds for them to say yes or no, but they keep, well, let me check the schedule. Let's make sure, because I don't want to make sure. They're just like saying stuff like that, but that's not true. It's, you know, they're just being petty for whatever reason, or because they're miserable themselves. So I feel like someone could be making you wait for no good reason. If you are in some love situation, I feel like you guys are being distant with each other and trying to one-up each other with silence or distance. And that's not what either of you wants. Like, both of you could feel lost without the other. It's like feeling lonely, like, oh, dang, you know, I miss my better half, or I feel like that person is the one. But instead of either person saying it, they're just like being distant with each other or choosing not to speak. Now, it's also because of, you know, someone's defense mechanism. Someone doesn't want to be hurt again. Someone's behavior is stemming from abandonment issues. So, you know, they're just acting out or being petty. I also feel like maybe somebody is trying to talk you out of doing something that you want to do. Someone is being a bad influence or a negative influence because of their bad experience, or because they can't see themselves doing something that you said you want to do. So they're saying negative things. So I don't know. It could be anything, but I feel like it's something that you're passionate about or that excites you. And you're like, you know, one day I'm going to do this, or I've decided that this is what I'm going to do. And somebody is getting all in your head, like, why would you do that? You think you would be good at doing this? You think that's for you? You think, you know, they're like saying all these nitpicky things. And that's really because they themselves couldn't see themselves doing whatever it is that you want to do. So they project that negativity onto you. But your test is to recognize that those are really your inner doubts. And so you've got to overcome them. You know, shut it out. If you really want to do whatever this is that you want to do, then do it. Don't hold back. Something also requires a lot of strength, or you are being prepared for something because something takes thick skin. Maybe it takes thick skin to be in love, or strength to be in love. Maybe something about your career requires you to be tough, you know, and able to make difficult decisions. So whatever is going on, I feel like you're also being prepared because you need to be strong. I see you also giving encouragement. In a love situation, I see someone who's maybe able to read the other person or see through the other person. And this person kind of loses themselves around you, or you lose yourself around this person. And I also feel like maybe someone doesn't like that. They feel like they need to put on a strong face or else they'll appear weak. But I feel like you really draw someone in, or they just kind of fall prey when they're around you. They're like, you know, oh my God, this person, they smell so good. They're so nurturing. They get me. But I feel like they don't want you to know that or understand it. They don't want you to know that. They feel a certain way about you. And then going back to the whole bullying thing too, like, it's very petty and immature, but it does look like someone is being mean because they like you, or distant because they like you. Yeah, I'm hearing SWV weak. That's a song, sorry. So I feel like if you need advice about what you should do about a situation, it's telling you that you need to have courage, you need to be yourself, you need to have confidence. I feel like somebody's very hesitant or reserved before they actually show their true selves or their true colors. And the minute there is a level of comfort, the true self comes out. So I don't know if this is you or someone that you're dealing with. And it doesn't have to be romantically, but it does look like maybe someone, I feel like someone also is trying to earn, like maybe you are trying to you feel like someone needs to earn their trust with you, or vice versa. Somebody is like, they need to earn their trust with me. So they also could be doing certain things to see how you're going to respond or react, because this is just their petty test. Again, you guys, I'm just reading the cards, so you know, I get it. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just reading what I see. So somebody is doing something because they want to test your loyalty, or they want to see if you are trustworthy, or if you're telling the truth. They just want to see how you would really respond. It also makes me feel like, to an extent, like being spied on or observed, like those old TV shows with the hidden camera. And it's like, let's see how people really react when the cameras aren't on them. And so like Brandy, I don't know why I'm thinking about Brandy, when she thought she hit somebody or something, and then I don't know, she was like quickly trying to cover that up. And it's like, you would think like, oh my gosh, she didn't get out the car to help, or I can't remember what it was exactly. My memory, that happened so long ago. But it was something, and I just remember Brandy not doing what you thought she would do. It was like she was immediately went into, I need to cover my tracks, or how can I fix this? So it's kind of like maybe you are being watched or observed to see your true colors, or some sort of pressure is being put on you to see how you're going to respond. But I do see that you're going to earn someone's trust, or someone earns your trust, and then they're going to, reveal what was happening, or the truth is going to come out about a situation. Yeah. There is a truth coming out. You're going to understand why someone was behaving the way they were. Yeah, I kind of feel like somebody is like, I need to see something. Yeah, I've gotten this before, where I felt like someone was also putting their worst foot forward on purpose. And it still stems from abandonment. Kind of like someone is pushing the envelope on purpose, because they're so used to people abandoning them when their worst comes out. So they're kind of doing this on purpose to see if you're going to abandon them, or if you're going to stay. See, somebody does have a sixth sense of humor. They are being petty on purpose. They're laughing about something that they're doing. And they're like, I was just joking. I was just playing. I was just this, that, and the other. But I feel like your response is defensive and you don't like whatever it is that this person does. I feel like you're not in on it. You're like, that wasn't funny. Like, you're going to be irritated finding out what somebody did. Also, make sure that you are trusting your intuition. Somebody trying to make you get out of your body and they think it's funny. Yeah. All right, so that is pretty much all the messages that I have for you guys, but hopefully something has resonated. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sending you love and grace.